Hello, today let's look at how to set up a boilerplate project for TypeScript. Boilerplate project gives you some template setup where lot of bindings and lot of packages and lot of installations are already specified. You just need to install them and setting up and getting it running should be fairly quick. Let's look at one such example from Charlie Automator, and I've forked the project and I have copied it so that we can modify it. And if we need to update any of the instructions, I'm going to do it. And if it is some substantial or useful change, I'm going to create a pull request so that that will be updated in the base project. So now let's go into my GitHub repository and look at how to start using this boilerplate project. Of my repositories, if you go there, that's the Playwright boilerplate one. So let's clone this repository. Sorry. I'm removing the existing repository and I'm going to do a fresh clone. So clone is basically clone this repository. Sorry. I'm removing the existing repository and I'm going to do a fresh clone. So clone is basically copying the repository from remote onto your local machine. So navigate into your repository. So let's follow the steps here, and if need be, we will go and update the steps. So the first thing we need to do is npm install. So in order to run npm install, you should have Node already installed. If you don't have it, then it's a good idea to use install and use it through nvm, which is Node version manager. So nvm list will tell you the list of Node versions that are present on my machine, and that is the version of Node I'm currently using. Look at the arrow here. So, and in order to set the Node version in your project, you can set that using nvm-rc. In this case, I have not set it, but you can add that to the project. So that will set the nvm version, the Node version that needs to be used on this project. So what the npm install did was to install the Node packages that are present in your package.json. So it will look at all these dependencies and install them. So now we should have Lighthouse, Playwright, Faker, and all that. Let's go to each one of them in detail. So what we need to do now is we need to execute some of the tests. So these tests, API UI specs, are something which we are interested in. Let's run them. So npm run API UI. Since we have not mentioned, if we want to run the test in headed mode or headless mode, it's going to by default run it in headless mode. If we need, then we will need to specify it. So let's go here and run in headed mode. Right. So now I have two tests and I can select which one to run. And I can run the second test from here. So right. So we are able to execute these tests. So in that sense, the whatever setup we have in the boilerplate project works fine for us. Now let's open the project itself in VS Code and start looking at how to execute this test in Playwright. So that will be in my next video. So if you can just go to the playlist and select the next video, you should be able to see how to set up the you should be able to see how to set up Visual Studio Code and also execute the test.